structure for the semester, you've set up your Lightroom preferences, and you've imported some pictures. For this next assignment, I've asked you to create black and white images, so that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do next. I'll be showing you how to create black and white images and then how to export them for the assignment. So we're working with these instructions here, HSL grayscale mix. So for this little lab, you'll be working with the grayscale title or the black and white adjustment panel, which I'll show you. And you'll be turning in a couple of images that you've shown me you've converted to black and white. So convert one image to a black and white photograph. And then you'll be turning in a before and after. And I'm going to show you how to turn in a before and after. This is a little incorrect. I think what I want to do is just have you do one screen capture. So you can cross that out and put one screen capture. And I'll show you how to do a before and after. And with this lab, I need to fix this lab. I'm going to have you name it lab underscore BW underscore your name. Okay? Lab underscore BW underscore your name. All right? And I'll just have you do one. So here you are in the library. The way that Lightroom works is it's organized by the order in which you do things. So the first is the library. In the library, we organize and keyword images. We're going to kind of skip over that and do some processing first. But next week, we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how important the library is. So I'm just going to have you look up here, Raymond and everybody. I want to make sure that you get this. So we will be working a lot in the library. It's very important. And next, but we're going to skip ahead to the develop module so that I can show you how to convert images to black and white. So the first thing you want to do over here is make sure that you have all photographs selected. That means that every picture in your catalog shows up. So Asta, no clicking, just wait. Then we're going to go to the develop module. And you might have to wait for a minute. And all of the pictures that we've selected here are going to follow us in the film strip when we go over to the develop module. This gives us a little tour. Go ahead and take the tour. Okay. We're going to be going through all of those panels. And I'm going to close the basic panel and I'm going to skip down to the BW panel, which stands for black and white. The interesting thing about the black and white panel is that because you've photographed in color, you have the option to take advantage of that using these luminosity sliders. And basically, the luminosity sliders allow you to brighten or darken a particular color. So if I have a blue sky, for example, let me choose a better image with a blue sky, like this one. If I wanted to brighten that sky using the blue, I could do that. Or I could darken it. The other tool that's interesting is this TAT tool, this targeted adjustment tool. I can click on it and drag it over different parts of the image, like in this case the sky. And you see how the blue slider is highlighted and the red car, the red channel is highlighted, and I can actually click and drag on the image, which targets those sliders and makes them brighter or darker. So this is I encourage you to play around with this. It's a really fun way to control the black and white in your image. You still want to pay attention to this histogram. You can click and drag on the histogram manually to brighten the highlights or the shadows. You should have some information in the shadows and some in the highlights. You don't want to go so far out of whack that you lose information in your shadows or your highlights. So here I turned on these little carrots which tell me when I've gone too far. This is the black side and it says you have to click on the histogram itself and bring back a little more detail. So you can actually click on different parts of the histogram. Here's my blacks, my shadows, my midtones, my highlights, and my whites. Notice if I go too far in the whites, it'll turn red. Okay, and if If I don't have enough information, like in this case, not enough information, it'll be flat. And I don't want it to be flat. I want at least a little bit of information in my histogram. So first thing you're going to do is mix the image, black and white, because you see that affects your histogram. Then you're going to go back up and just tweak the histogram a little bit to make sure that you have good detail or nice bright highlights, nice deep shadows. Okay? And a little bit of pure black is okay. All right? To turn in the lab, I'm going to click right here, this YY, which shows me before and after. And I'm going to take a screen grab, Command-Shift number 4. And I'm going to name it and turn it in the Dropbox. Okay? For your assignment, you're going to want to export this image. I can go back to the library module and choose the export box, or I can choose from any module, File Export. And you can select in the library module all the pictures that you want to export. In this case, a couple of black and whites here. Choose Export. And it'll ask you where do you want to put them. You can put them in on the desktop. This is going to be assignment 2, light, shadow, your name. Okay. And it's going to ask you what kind of compression you want. Go ahead and just export it as a DNG. This is Adobe's Camera Raw. That way on Tuesday I'll be able to import everybody's and see the kind of corrections that you made and go over them in class. Okay, and choose Export. And when they're done exporting, here it is. I can go ahead and put that in the 51 Dropbox. And I will have turned in this assignment. So